Hey, hey, get out of my way. I gotta see what Tony TGD's gonna say. Time to listen to the geek getaway. Cause I'm on so many geeky films, games, and TV shows. Maybe if we're lucky, the further exposed the amigo. Hey, hey, get out of my way. There's news and views and hot takes, so you might as well stay. It's time to listen to the geek getaway.
What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD coming at you with another video. This time we're going to be talking about the Daman Mills accusations, the retractions, the alleged fabrication. But before we get into that, let me remind you, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Helps us out big time. So what's going on? What's going on with this Daman Mills situation? First off, I'm not very familiar with Daman Mills' work. I don't follow voice actors. I don't care who does the voices of the characters in the anime that I watch, or even in the cartoons that I watch, or the damn video games I play. I'm not that type of person. I don't care who the names in the credits are. That's just me. But apparently Daman Mills is kind of a somebody within the anime community. He does a lot of voices. Who knows? But he was accused. Somebody going by the alias of Duncan accused him of very inappropriate sexual activity starting from when this Duncan person was around the age of 15. Now, there have been many chat logs shared showing that Daman Mills had made inappropriate advances of a sexual nature towards this individual named Duncan. There's many chat logs showing Daman Mills, being upset that that this Duncan character did not have an actual relationship with him, or that this Duncan character might have a relationship with a female and not with Mr. Mills here. However, a couple of days ago, a full retraction, fabrication was sent up. Anime News Network, the ones who started the story, the ones who broke the story, they now broke this. They said this quote-unquote Duncan retracted his claims, says they were all fabricated. He made it up. He was jealous of Mr. Mills, and that's what the whole thing was about. Well, let me stop you right there. Because although this is Anime News Network, and the article does say there is a retraction, story was completely fabricated, we got to go back a couple days to see when the accusations broke. Daman Mills admitted to having a consensual relationship with the individual Duncan. He admitted to sending those messages, but according to him, it was okay. There, everything was on the up and up. It was a consensual relationship. Well, like I said, at the top of this, the individual was 15 years old when he first met Daman Mills, and as the chat logs show, which I can't show on YouTube because they are that horrendous, but as the chat logs show, there was a lot of manipulation, a lot of guilt tripping, gaslighting from Mr. Mills towards the Duncan individual. On top of the fact that Anime News Network sat on the news of this accusation for 5 months. For 5 months, Daman Mills' legal team knew that this was coming. They were able to prepare damage control. They were able to get everything set. In fact, a cease and desist letter was sent to the victim saying that he needs to cut this out before the accusations even really came out. In February, they were sent a cease and desist letter, and it wasn't until about March that we heard about these accusations. That's how screwed up this situation is. Again, we have other voice actors. Vic, we had the big Vic Bignoni, whatever you pronounce his name. But they had the whole kick Vic thing, and accusations and believe all victims. But of course, we don't believe the victims when it's, I guess, people we like, right? When Daman Mills is being accused, hey, victims don't know shit, don't believe nobody, right? When it's somebody we don't like, well, then believe all the fucking victims. Believe them with no evidence. When there's evidence against someone like Mr. Daman Mills, who people seem to like for some reason, we don't believe him. We got to step back. We got to look at the things through a critical lens. And that's all bullshit. Let me just say that right now. That's bullshit. It's double standard, first off. Both cases should have been handled in a similar manner. We should have looked at the evidence presented to us and drawn conclusions based on that evidence. Now, in the Vic case, there really is no evidence. It is all circumstantial and all, he said, she said type stuff. Whereas in the Daman Mills case here, we have all kind of chat logs. We have all kind of evidence that Daman Mills had inappropriate sexual thoughts about this individual who was underage. Now, there is some discrepancy about whether or not in Ohio, the age of consent would have allowed such a consensual relationship between an adult Daman Mills and what would be an under 18 Duncan. Now, be that as it may, it is still gross and nasty. Anyone under the age of 18 being pursued by an adult over the age of 18 is gross and nasty, right? Let's just put it out there. There is, some gray area. You're 19, you're 18, they're 17. There's that little bit of gray area, that Romeo and Juliet law type stuff. But that's not what this was here, so let's not even play that. Now, there are people trying to say that, Daman Mills is being attacked, accused because of his sexual orientation. Well, let me just say, I had no idea what Daman was until I read the articles, until I read people defending him. All I know was that this individual here made inappropriate sexual advances towards an individual who was under the age of 18, whom he knew for years, who he pretty much groomed this individual using, like I said at the top of the hour, manipulation, gaslighting, guilt tripping, the whole shebang. So the reason I'm talking about, the reason we're even having it on this channel is because this is trying to be swept under the rug, right? I didn't care. Accusations were made. Things were being handled. People were talking about it. But suddenly, lawyers get involved. People get scared. Everybody gets shaken. Everybody's like, oh, I can't talk about it no more because, we might get sued. Well, we don't worry about that shit here. We don't worry about that shit here. What we worry about is truth. And when you have truth on your side, you don't got to worry about getting sued. Now, we know that there is plenty of evidence of this man doing very, very bad things, saying bad things. As far as I can tell, in my opinion, this man is a sexual predator. He is a pedo. He likes young boys under the age of 18. This individual, Duncan, whose story seemed to be very coherent, seemed to make sense. He had evidence to back it up. I believe this Duncan individual 100%. I do not believe Daman Mills. I do not believe it was a consensual relationship. Just judging by the chat logs that I saw, it seemed more like Daman was trying to pursue him, and the person who didn't want to hurt his feelings, didn't want Daman to feel bad. He was just kind of, blowing him off. Didn't really have the aggressiveness or the authority to say no, but he was kind of like, Now, that is to be expected when you have someone who's underage trying to tell an adult, hey, back off. I don't like you that way. We're just friends. But really, that's all I want to say. I want to make sure that this story does not get buried. I want to make sure that this story goes out there. People know what the hell's going on. People know that this is not right. You want to talk about kick Vic? We got to dump Daman. He shouldn't be going at no cons, especially with no underage children present. He shouldn't be voice acting. This is a one and done type situation. You do pedo stuff. That is it. We don't need you entertaining. We don't need you in the public sphere. You can go ahead and get a job at McDonald's, go work at Walmart. We don't need you out there as the voice of a character, someone that's going to be interacting with children. Dump Daman, hashtag, whatever you want to say. Do something. Don't let the story die. Don't let people tell you that it's over because, Duncan has retracted his claims. You got to remember he was pressured. We had lawyers involved. Shit gets crazy, but doesn't mean that the stuff wasn't true. That's all I got to say about that. You know how we do it in the channel. Love, peace, booty grease. I'm out this bitch.